Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Rapp. I'm the Social Entrepreneurship Team Lead for the semester. I just want to take this time to thank a couple of people that have helped us. First, I want to thank the I-CCEW staff. Technically, we probably could have completed this project without them, but it wouldn't have been any good. So, thanks again. The second person I'd like to thank is our mentor, Rodrigo Rojas. And then I'd like to thank Maria, who's down here all the way from Tulsa, so thank you for coming. She's the inventor and founder of the startup nonprofit that Jeff mentioned earlier that caters towards education for immigrant students. And really, I'm an education major. I've been student teaching this semester, and I've seen how great those kids are. They're so fun. They're so hardworking, and they're just the greatest. And so, seeing that there are organizations like Tulsa Newcomer Services out there that are working to get them the support and the environment that they need and deserve to be successful is just really exciting. So, thank you for sharing that with us this semester. And then, finally, I'd like to thank the team of my interns. I've had an incredible team. I've had 3 great interns and Ivy. But really though, there's a lot of CCEW mottos and mantras that we throw around, and one of my favorites has always been that we only do excellence here. And that's what they've done. Every meeting, they've brought excellence, they've brought great research, they've brought an incredible attitude, they've brought such enthusiasm that it's impossible for them not to be great. So rather than me continue to spend like the next 4 seconds or whatever telling you how great they are, I'm going to show it. So please allow me to introduce Kulu, Trey, Stella, and Ivy.
Adams once said, "A teacher affects eternity. You can never tell where his influence stops." This is very true because teachers are the cornerstone of the education system. However, teachers in America, majority of teachers in America are not sufficiently trained to be able to serve immigrant students. This is why Maria Fedora decided to start Tulsa Newcomer Services, a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides tutoring and mentorship services to students alongside skills-based and culturally relevant professional development for teachers in order to bridge the gap between teachers and their immigrant students. She approached the Ronnie K Irani Center seeking to develop a viable business model and an expansion strategy. And today, after speaking to 25 school districts and 67 teachers and administration personnel, we will present to you why TNS needs to offer workshops, provide in-district services, seminars, and continual support services for teachers. And that by doing so, TNS will be able to increase its impact and reach 18,000 teachers and over 500,000 students. TNS will also be able to increase its total income from $60,000 to over $330,000 US within 6 years. We have a social entrepreneurship team. My name is Nkulu Malungelo Khamini, and I'm an economics and Management Information Systems Junior from the Kingdom of Saudi.
My name is Trey Havens. I'm a Drama Performance Junior from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
My name is Stella Quinn. I'm a Microbiology Junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
My name is Ivy Dyson. I'm an International Development Junior from Enid, Oklahoma.
We'd also like to recognize our team leader, Michael Rapp, our mentor, Rodrigo Rojas, and our inventor, Maria Fedora. Currently, in the United States, there's over 18 million school-aged first and second generation immigrant students. And the majority of the students are in classrooms that do not provide them with the skills they need to be able to understand and grasp content. 41% of English language learners drop out of school on an annual basis. And this is a very significant number and much higher than the national average of 16%. Teachers are not trained to be able to help students succeed. In a survey that we conducted, 70% of teachers said that they had never received any training related to immigrant education. In fact, only 2.5% of teachers actively prepared their classrooms and put systems in place to accommodate for immigrant students. And this is a very big problem, which was further emphasized by a curriculum coordinator we spoke to, who told us that as the immigrant population increases in their schools, it is imperative for teachers to continue building skills and developing strategies that will allow them to accommodate for immigrant students. So how do we help these students? The specific issues and problems that are faced by immigrant students include feeling isolated and lacking a voice, struggling with language barriers, and also lacking prior knowledge to the American school system. Tulsa Newcomer Services can train teachers to be able to address these needs and allow them to promote equity, build literacy, and fill in the gap for those students who lack prior knowledge to the American school system. The reason why teachers need to be trained to be able to address these needs is because these skills do not come naturally to teachers. And the skills-based and culturally relevant professional development that TNS provides will allow teachers to be able to acquire the skills that they need and develop strategies that will help them effectively serve immigrant students. One administrator that we spoke to really understood the need and urgency for teachers to receive these services. And she told us that had she known about TNS and the services that they provide, she would have approached TNS and tried to incorporate them and make them one of the organizations that provide professional development for their teachers in the current school year. And now that we understand the problem and how it can be solved, I'll pass it over to Trey to talk more about what TNS actually does.
Thank you. Makula just introduced you to some of the many difficulties that immigrant and refugee students face in our public education system. However, these difficulties are as diverse as the classrooms themselves. And we have talked to teachers all across the state that tell us that it is their primary goal to see these students succeed. This is why Tulsa Newcomer Services created its unique and effective approach to professional development. Tulsa Newcomer Services does this through ongoing student mentorship, SIOP professional development, and the 9 professional development lessons that Maria Fedore already provides teachers in professional development. Beginning with student mentorship allows Tulsa Newcomer Services to have a research-based professional development. Maria Fedore actively works with students in the classroom so that Tulsa Newcomer Services can be active and relevant. SIOP professional development, or Sheltered Instructional Observational Protocol, is a professional development that allows professional development to be well-rounded with English language learners in the classroom. SIOP professional development is not only well-reputed around the United States, but we've talked to many educators that tell us that when they see that a professional development provider uses the SIOP model, not only are they more likely to trust this provider, but they feel that it will be a benchmark for success in their classrooms. These two things work in tandem with the 9 professional development lessons that Maria already uses in the classroom. These 9 professional development lessons cover everything from equality of voice, working with teachers' curriculum, and making sure that students feel validated in the classroom. We had the unique opportunity this semester to take these 9 professional development lessons and package them in 3 ways that they could be delivered that best fit the school's particular needs. These are workshops, seminars, and consultations. Beginning with workshops happen off-site and allow Maria to work one-on-one with teachers in a destination-style setting. These can impact 25 teachers and 525 students just from the average setting. Next is the seminar. Seminars happen on-site in the school districts, and this allows Maria to work with the individualized needs of the particular district that she's working with. These can impact 75 teachers, 1,575 students just from the average seminar. And lastly, the consultation. Consultations happen on-site and allow Tulsa Newcomer Services to really work one-on-one with teachers and their individual needs over a long period of time. Consultations can impact 6 teachers and 126 students just from the average setting. Now, consultations can cover any number of the 9 professional development lessons that Maria teaches. So now that we've looked at what makes Tulsa Newcomer Services professional development unique and effective, let's look at the market that TNS can enter. Last year, the United States spent $18 billion on professional development. Now, Tulsa Newcomer Services looks initially at Title III spending. Title III schools receive additional monetary support from the federal government due to their English language learning population or their immigrant and refugee students. Last year, Title III spending was $6.7 billion in the United States. We can compare this to the markets of the Southwest United States. Oklahoma spent $2.5 million in Title III spending last year, with an overall professional development budget of $22.2 million. We can compare Oklahoma's spending to states like Texas. Texas spent $640 million on professional development last year, with $213 million of this specifically in Title III spending. Now, Texas has over 92,000 immigrant and refugee students. This is growing every year by over 22%. This means that each year, thousands of immigrant and refugee students are being introduced to our public school system that cannot provide education that they need. This is why Tulsa Newcomer Services professional development is particularly needed. So now that we've looked at Tulsa Newcomer Services professional development and the market, let's head over to Stella who can tell us more about how these opportunities can be implemented.
Thank you, Trey. As Trey just discussed about the funds available for professional development, let's look at how TNS can be a sustainable professional development provider. When Maria first came to the Ronnie K Irani Center, Maria had an amazing collection of lessons that could improve teacher ability in accommodating to students and change the lives of immigrant and refugee students. However, the issue was that there was no way to deliver these. The team focused on building a model that was sustainable for Maria, allowing Maria to have a revenue of over $80,000 and also have an impact on over 2,000 teachers and 45,000 students within a year. But more importantly, this model is repeatable. When we spoke to Maria, Maria confidently stated that the professional development that she provides can be replicated to other individuals within the field. The team focused on building an expansion plan that would allow for not only for it to be sustainable for Maria, but also allow for TNS to have multiple individuals that could help maximize the impact and financial opportunities for TNS. Now, the first step for a TNS provider is to build credibility and to form relations with curriculum coordinators, who are the deciders on what type of professional development is offered at the schools and to their teachers. In order for a curriculum coordinator to be receptive of TNS's services, when we spoke with 22 curriculum coordinators, each and every one of them mentioned that a professional development provider has to have some form of credibility. Once the curriculum coordinator has accepted TNS into the school, the TNS provider can begin to provide the 3 packages of professional development: workshops, seminars, and consultation. Each package of professional development has its own unique benefits for TNS and the teacher, and here are the advantages of each. First, workshops. As mentioned by Trey, workshops are an off-district service which allows for TNS to reach out for people to all throughout the state. A workshop will allow for a provider to have an impact on over 100 teachers and 2,000 students within 1 year. As for seminars, seminars are the most beneficial for TNS because it produces the largest outreach for a provider to all the students, with over 40,000 student outreach. And lastly, consultation. When we spoke with 46 teachers in Oklahoma, Texas, and California, we found consultation to be the most effective form of professional development, with over 95% of effectiveness in implementing solutions into the classroom. The consultation allows for the teachers to receive ongoing professional development and also allows for the provider and also the teacher to receive constant and valuable feedback throughout the year. But as mentioned before TNS can begin to provide its services, it is vital for TNS to establish credibility. And TNS can acquire this credibility through publications, showcases, workshops, and conferences. Fortunately, through our work this semester, the team has connected Maria with multiple organizations, and this summer, Maria will be featured as a guest speaker for the students of the College of Education at Northeastern State University, and also as a keynote speaker at Tulsa Public Schools LCS Summit. Now that we've talked about how TNS can distribute its services, here's Ivy to talk about other players in the market.
Thank you, Stella. So Stella just told us a little bit about how TNS can gain credibility, but let's take a look at how TNS already stands out among other professional development providers. There are other services that focus on English language learning. However, TNS uses the SIOP model and focuses on immigrants, which is very important to Title III schools. Furthermore, TNS has a mentorship program. When we spoke to an educational psychologist, she told us that not only is this useful for students, but it's also valuable for TNS because they can see the day-to-day needs of these students and incorporate addressing these needs into their professional development teachings. So now that we know that there is a need for TNS professional development, let's take a look at the financial opportunities that are available for TNS over the next 6 years. In the fiscal year 2016, TNS had an income of about $60,000, and this came mostly from grants and donations. So within the next year, TNS will provide 4 out-of-district workshops. These workshops will allow TNS to gain credibility and also increase income. Thus, in year 2, TNS will be able to continue providing these workshops, but also 27 in-district seminars to continue to impact more students. And furthermore, this will increase income large enough so that Maria, the executive director, can give herself a greatly needed $40,000 salary. Because TNS will be increasing its services, TNS the next year will hire another professional development provider, and this person will do some of the things that Maria does. Furthermore, this will increase reach in Oklahoma. But in the next year, TNS will move into the state of Texas, where there's a growing immigrant population, and there will be 2 professional development providers stationed there. That way, they will be able to have a bigger impact on students and gain credibility in Texas. Over the next 2 years, TNS will continue to provide services, gain credibility, expand services, so that after those next 2 years, TNS can hire 2 additional staff where need is seen, but also hire additional support staff, thus solidifying the self-sustainable status that is TNS. Now, this financial model allows a big enough profit margin that TNS can continue to offer its student tutoring services to English language learning students free of charge. Furthermore, this model does not incorporate grants or donations, so TNS will not have to rely on that revenue stream. Thus, it is self-sustainable. So now that we know that TNS will be able to increase income from $60,000 to over $330,000 and impact 500,000 students over the next 6 years, let's take a look at how TNS actually gets there. We've created a 3-phase plan that TNS must follow to have maximum impact. First, TNS must focus on development through marketing and through credibility building. Once TNS has solidified itself as a credible professional development provider in Oklahoma, it will then focus on expanding services, and this will be continuing workshops, in-school seminars, and also district consultations. Because TNS will be increasing services, it will also need to do internal and external expansion by hiring staff and moving into Texas and then beyond. When Maria first came to us, TNS had been an organization for less than a year. Thus, it was our job to take what she already had and create a sustainable business model so that TNS could continue to serve immigrant students into the future. So, in our research, we focused on 3 main areas. First, we repurposed and repackaged the professional development lessons that Maria already had to allow them to have maximum impact. Next, we were able to create a growth plan so that TNS can move out of Oklahoma and all around the nation. And next, we were able to create a sustainable business model so that TNS would not have to rely on grants and donations and that it could grow into the future. We've been very fortunate that through our research, we have seen a great need for Tulsa Newcomer Services professional development. And furthermore, we have been so thankful to work with an organization that will not only have an impact on teachers, but on the success of immigrant students. We are the Social Entrepreneurship Team. Thank you for your time, and we will now open the floor to questions.
Tulsa Newcomer very localized, make it global and increase reach.
So the question is, do we ever think of coming up with a name change? And that's, as we're talking with our group throughout the whole semester, we're just throwing it out there, like, we're doing this to become American Newcomer Services. So that's the plan.
So I think with teachers and
So the question was about, we had spoken to 25 school districts, but maybe what was the numeric value of teachers in each school district that we talked to. So generally we would try and target the curriculum coordinator of the district first, since they are who target professional development providers and who to bring into their school districts. But when we sent out our survey, we would talk to the teachers one-on-one. We got to talk to a lot of teachers just based off of, we'd go through the grapevine once we got in contact with the school district. So just depending on which district we talked to.
Who makes the purchasing decision and how long is the buying cycle for the average district?
So your question was who makes the purchasing decision and how long is the cycle? The purchasing decision would be made by the curriculum coordinator. They would have to approve the professional development provider first, and then they'd be purchased by the school. And typically that can take about a year for it to actually go through.
Were your revenue projections based off of the assumption that the grants made to schools by the Department of Education would not decrease in the near future? Is it sort of assuming stable funding for that program? And if so, what did you go through a thinking process for how budget cuts to those sorts of programs can impact TNS's sustainability in the future?
So the question was about the state of Title III funding for the school districts and how sometimes if that's cut, that may change the income the Tulsa Newcomer Services can look forward to. We have paid attention to the state of funding in Oklahoma. However, we do know a couple of things. One, Title III schools are required, not only just Title III schools, but all public schools, especially in the state of Oklahoma, are required by law to bring in outside professional development providers. So even if the budget for professional development changes, the law will not change. And we've talked to many school districts that tell us that maybe their budgets aren't exactly what they would like them to be at this current moment, but they still are interested in our services and negotiating what would work best for them.
Did you look into the possibility of digital video type series education instead of just in-person classes?
So the question was if we looked into digital or online types of professional development, and we definitely have, but we ruled that out as not an option because not only is it extremely expensive to maintain, but when we conducted our survey, the teachers preferred to have one-on-one and hands-on professional development instead.
Did you guys do any sort of empirical test to see if it actually has a positive impact on student outcomes?
So the question is, have we done an empirical test to see if it has a positive impact on student outcomes? And we presented, and Maria has already been set up to conferences where she will go and speak. That's what we're trying to do in order to develop the credibility. But also Maria is in a very unique position, which is of great advantage to her because she has students that she tutors on a day-to-day basis. So she gets to test out these ideas and skills on the students and see which works and which doesn't.
We have time for one more question.
So of the 25 school districts that you all visited, what was the demographic of that? What was the percentage of immigrant students in those?
So the question was about what's the demographic of the schools that we talked to. So we talked to 11 non-Title III school districts and schools that were not Title III bracketed. So that means they have less than 40% immigrant and refugee students in their population in their schools. So we talked to schools that didn't have very many immigrant and refugees, if they had any at all. We talked to some schools that had 40, if not up to 70, 85%.